This is going to be a whistle-stop tour through our presentation, just to give you a taste of the content. Jennifer introduced our talk with background on VU and explaining that 4 case studies would be presented to provide an insight into how collaborations within the library led to positive outcomes for researchers. Also, that there's no one-size-fits-all model of library service to suit researcher needs. Our first case study involved our sports researchers and some of the issues facing the sports science team, who collect a lot of data, including video footage and imaging on sports performance. The issues faced by this team were that the volume of data and computational load needed to analyse the data required specific infrastructure. Also needed to establish appropriate permissions for the external sporting teams who were collaborating in the research. The solution was to apply for and receive data storage from VicNode. This required time by the research and college librarian to follow through the application process and ensure that the project didn't stall. The sports team now have the infrastructure that they need. The second case study involves a Foley collection. This collection is a personal archive of nearly half a century of material collected by leading Aboriginal activist Gary Foley. The issue here is that this collection is a mix of personal and copyrighted material and also has a range of sensitivities attached to the content. And the researcher was very much an active activist. The relationship between the library manager and researcher ensured that any sensitive issues were resolved and there was a consistent point of contact. This project involved a range of staff from across the library, as you can see from this slide, all of whom had their normal duties. But a positive working relationship and respect for each other's skills led to the successful completion of this project. Our third case study involved water data. Jennifer and I met with the researchers who were happy to have the results of their research on recycled water treatment processes made available. The complexities of getting the data, however, became obvious during a follow-up interview. Complexities such as the need for logbooks and knowledge of the experimental conditions and having multiple interested parties owning the results. The solution was to change our expectations on the type of data that could be made available and the time frame for its release. In addition, researcher training now includes a segment on future sharing of data to be considered earlier on in the research cycle. The fourth and final case study involved Pluka posts. This is a collection of citizen photographs taken from specific points, that is posts, in parks and coastal areas. There are not many issues with this project. Potential copyright issues and around citizen-supplied photographic data were addressed, and the researcher now has a record of his project on Research Data Australia. In conclusion, each of these case studies illustrated the diversity of research data, with projects coming to the library through different avenues and needing different library responses, different staff and different skills. The talk ended by saying that at VU we're encouraged to explore potential projects and share ideas with each other. Collaboration between various areas of the library helped us to achieve the desired outcomes. This has been a very brief summary of our presentation, but hopefully it's given you a flavour of what we presented in Brisbane at the recent eResearch conference. Now I'll hand you back to Jennifer.